Toronto's police chief is vowing full accountability after explosive allegations against 7 police officers and 1 retired officer in a major corruption investigation. Our Karen Siolan is joining us live with more on the case, which includes shootings, drug trafficking, and attempted murder. Good morning.
Good morning, Tammy. As you've just laid out there, Toronto's police chief is vowing full accountability after 7 current members of his force and 1 recently retired constable were charged in this years-long corruption case, one of the biggest this city has ever seen, and it includes links, as you say, to shootings, drug trafficking, even conspiracy to commit murder. Now, I'm joined this morning by Clayton Campbell. He's the president of the Toronto Police Association. Thank you so much for making the time. I understand that you can't speak to the nature of the investigation itself, but I wonder from your perspective how an alleged operation of this scope was able to go unchecked for so long.
Yeah, I mean, the investigation, as my understanding, has gone on for about 7 months. And, you know, what I want to remind the public is look at this snowy day. We have police officers, members that are out here today doing their best to keep this city safe. We had a murder in Scarborough last night. The homicide unit is out there investigating what is a horrific crime. And to please to the public, do not paint all of our members with a broad brush when only a small number were involved in this. And it's very disturbing, and our members are upset and angry at these allegations because they really go to the public trust we have in this city, and it's integral for us to be able to do our jobs.
I understand that this is just a small portion of your members, and it obviously doesn't paint the wider membership, having done any wrongdoing, but these are very serious allegations. They are rocking the civic institutions of the country's largest city. Mm-hmm. What responsibility do you think the police chief bears in this?
Well, I mean, my understanding is he was aware of the investigation for a long period of time, and I think that goes to the professionalism of our own members that were involved in this investigation. And there's checks and balances, and the system worked in that there was an investigation and officers were held accountable. But again, what I want to make sure is that the public understands this is not all of our members involved in this. And I can tell you that the one thing that our members hate more is a corrupt cop. There's nothing they hate more than that. They understand that they're out here trying to do their best, keep the public safe, and that when trust is eroded, they don't like it if it comes from our own members. So there's nothing our members hate more than a corrupt cop.
Have your members then lost faith or trust in the Toronto Police Service and the chief's ability to shield it from corruption?
So I know I've heard for calls for the resignation of Chief Demke. That's not something we're asking for. And I think this is going to be a bump in the road. I know our members are going to be out there again today doing a great job. They're going to do a great job next week, the month after that, and the year after that. And I think we're going to maintain public trust and confidence by demonstrating that. And again, I think it's important that I'm out here as the president of the police union saying we don't stand for police corruption. And that's what our members want me to say. They do not stand for police corruption or corrupt cops.
What financial support will your association be providing to the cops who are allegedly involved?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's something that's come from the membership, and they need to know that we take financial accountability really important. There is an arm's length committee called the Legal Assistance Plan that reviews all criminal allegations and requests for funding. Things like an SIU, when an officer is involved in a dynamic split-second decision and maybe makes a mistake or is alleged to have done something, that's where we're there to protect them. We protect those who protect others, but that does not extend to people involved in corruption. So that independent committee will make a decision on whether legal coverage is applied. But I can tell you, one of the criteria is an officer needs to be in the lawful, good faith execution of their duties to receive legal support from the Toronto Police Association.
The Toronto Police Chief has indicated that 3 of the accused officers will continue to get paid while suspended. I mean, they make upwards of $100,000, and this could take years to resolve. What would be your message to taxpayers who would be frustrated by that?
So I'll flip that narrative and say for the first time, well, actually it's not the first time, second time, there's 4 officers the chief is going to seek unpaid suspension. That is something new that the province put in and the new CSPA. So that is an option to the chief, and my understanding is he's going to actually use that in 4 situations. We're going to review it. Our job is to make sure there's fair process. We want to make sure he's applying the law properly, but it's something that I think is important for public trust to see that officers with these type of allegations do not continue to get paid.
Respectfully, why should Torontonians believe that there will be full public accountability and transparency in internal reviews and investigations that happen in the wake of this? Because there have been internal reviews launched before that the public has still not received clarity on. Why should Torontonians believe that it's actually going to be the case this time?
Yeah, well, I would say that's a great question for the Chief of Police. He's asked for this review to the Inspector General. We want to take a look at it and see what they're asking for. But I would say to the public that the process worked here today. This wasn't something that the media found out about or was leaked somewhere. The Toronto Police Service and York Regional Police Service have been aware for this investigation for months. I only found out about it at the news conference at the same time. So I think, again, it goes back to the professionalism that our own members will investigate this, keep it confidential, and hold the members accountable. And I think that really demonstrates that the process has worked here.
Okay, Clayton Campbell, president of the Toronto Police Association, really appreciate your time this morning. Thanks so much.